Hello everybody and welcome back. Right, so this lesson is going to be an introduction to building walls. Um, but before we go into building anything of substance, what we need to do, or what I want to do, is introduce you to two very important variables within the wall tool. And these are really important for us as designers, etc., then to draw and build something correct and accurate within the Revit environment. Okay, and the two variables we're going to look at in this video are called level constraints and location line. Now we're just going to cover the basics of these, and we will be looking at these in more detail as we get into different videos. As per usual, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this channel so I can help keep helping building design for students and professionals. Okay, so I'm going to go into the ground floor plan here, and this is what I completed in my previous lesson. Okay, so we have there the topo solid, which is our natural ground, and this is the concrete slab floor that I created previously, and this is what we're going to build walls on top of. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wall from this top left hand corner. I'm going to drag it across to this top right hand corner using the wall tool. Okay, so to go to the wall tool, I go to architecture and I'm going to go to wall. There are different versions of the wall tool, but we're just going to use the default, which will be wall architectural. And in order to do an architectural wall, all I need to do is just click on this icon here. Okay, the short key is WA. So I'm just going to click on that. We get here some information in our properties window, but we also see a lot of that replicated here in this little green bar called the options bar. Okay, so just as a quick example, you'll see here top constraint of this wall is unconnected with an unconnected height of 8,000. Here we see the same thing, uncon, it's abbreviated but it is there. There you go, unconnected and 8,000. So there's a repeat of information. Okay, and likewise here, wall center line, the location line is saying wall center line, and this is repeated in the options bar. So there's two places you can get the information. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my cursor. I'm going to snap to the end point here on the left hand side. So left click on that, and I've just chosen double brick 270 wall just as an example, and I've dragged it all the way across there and left click double escape to finish the command. Okay, so in plan view we see one issue. Number one is that this wall has been built over the slab edge, and I'll show you that by in the east elevation. Okay, here is my floor and here is my wall. Okay, so you can see that the wall's not on top of the slab as I want it to be. I want it to be lined up. Okay, the other thing we are seeing here is that this wall overshoots the ceiling level that we created earlier on, and I don't want that either. So there's two things to fix. Number one is the height, okay, and number two is the location. Right, so I'm going to keep that wall there as an example, and we're going to show you how to correct that in the other wall. Okay, so for this one here, I'm going to go from right to left on this one here, but I'm going to make a couple of changes before I actually draw the wall. So, number one, to resolve the height issue, I'm going to take the this top constraint here. I'm going to change this from unconnected, and I'm going to choose a level that I want to connect the wall to. Now, I really only have one choice if I want to build the wall in an upwards direction, and that is my ceiling. So I'm going to click on that, and you'll see there that the top constraint now says up to ceiling level, and the unconnected height is 2,400, which matches the height of the ceiling level. So Revit works things out for us. And if I was to draw a wall just across there with those level constraints there and have a look at my east elevation, okay, you'll see that this has been changed. Okay, the base constraint is ground floor. Ooh, we've come out here, and the top constraint is the ceiling. Okay, so that's how we control the height of walls. Okay, and using levels is really, really important, because if I move a level, the wall will move with it. So I'm just going to delete that one there. I'm going to go back to my ground floor plan. Again, now I've typed in WA as the wall command, and the reason this wall went over the slab edge was because we were in the location line wall center line, which means the middle of the wall, the dead center of it, is built equidistant from either side of the cursor. Okay, that's perfect if you're doing columns and things like that, but for a residential building, not really handy. So I can change this location line here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to finish face exterior. Okay, so bear with me, that's the one we're going to use. So what that now means is that when I come down here, now I have to, little caveat here, I have to work in a clockwise direction. If I go anti-clockwise, it won't work. It'll draw, but it'll draw the wrong thing. So clockwise from my bottom left hand corner. Now if I drag it across, now you actually see that the wall, as I drag it across, okay, it has actually attached itself to the edge of the floor slab. Okay, so I'm going to left click to finish that. I'm going to have another look in the east elevation. Okay, so just as a reminder, here we have there's my floor. Here is a wall that has no height constraints and was built using the wall center line location line. This wall here, there's my floor. This wall here was built using a height constraint or a level constraint, and it was done using the finish face exterior, and that means the wall has been built exactly where I want it, which is right up to the slab edge. Okay, that is the result that I want for this particular project. Okay. Righto. So we are running close to 10 minutes. I'm going to leave the video there. In the next video, we are going to look at just building these walls properly and choosing some different wall types. Okay. So we will see you then.